Hey there, parents. Today we are diving into the world of tic disorders and exploring the most effective strategies to help your child. My name is Dr. Piper Gibson, and I am the founder of the Tic Disorder Institute, Regenerating Health, where my goal is to revolutionize the way we approach tic disorders in children. If you have a child with a tic disorder, stay tuned as we talk about those most effective strategies, and make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on the most relevant topics around tic disorders. Before we jump into all of the strategies, let's recap what tics are. Tics are sudden, repetitive movements or sounds that a person makes, often without realizing it. They can range from mild to severe, and they can significantly impact your child's daily life. My approach is unique because it focuses on finding and addressing the root causes of your child's tics. Rather than just managing symptoms by taking a medication, we are looking at what is going on at the root. Our methods combine functional medicine, nutrigenomics, and natural health solutions to help us to create a comprehensive plan to help you get your child's health back on track. So what are those most effective strategies for parents? Number one is comprehensive testing for root cause analysis. Our approach begins with a thorough amount of testing to uncover the underlying factors contributing to tic disorders. This strategy is crucial for developing an effective and personalized plan based on each individual client. Number one, we look at genetic testing. We want to identify any genetic predispositions that may influence a tic or tic severity. We look deeply into nutrigenomic analysis. We want to understand how your child's genes interact with nutrients. We do an extensive microbiome assessment. We want to evaluate gut health, which can significantly impact neurological function. Next, we look at environmental toxins screening. We want to detect potential toxin exposures in each of our clients. We use neurotransmitter testing to assess imbalances in brain chemistry that we can also then correlate with your genomic testing. We look at food sensitivity testing as well because it's important for us to identify specific foods that may be triggering your child's tics. Number two on our strategy list is once we have those comprehensive testing results, we really emphasize the crucial role of nutrition in managing tic disorders. Why? Because we have looked at the studies and the data. And although many of you have been told that diet doesn't matter, that is an absolute myth. Diet matters. And I have a 19-year-old son and countless clients around the world who can tell you how much diet impacts their child's tics. So we know based on studies that there are certain diets that actually benefit children with tic disorders and help them to reduce symptoms. Keeping in mind that diet and nutrition are only one piece of the puzzle, it is a crucial piece of the puzzle. Our goal is to eliminate potential trigger foods identified through testing. This also helps us to focus on gut health and gut healing nutrition. And it also helps us to consider personalized nutritional supplementation based on your nutrigenomic analysis. We want to be able to recommend the right supplement in the right dose for the right person at the right time. So this is not to say that supplementation does not work in regard to tic disorders. It just has to be applied for the right person in the right dose at the right time. The next thing we look at for strategies is stress management. And many of you hear me say stress management and you think, oh, well, there's no bullies at school or my boss isn't a jerk. That's not the only way that we are managing stress. There are many hidden stressors that may be impacting your child. And so when we are looking at stress, we want to look at what's going on in their environment. What are those stressors within the environment? We want to look at biologically what's going on in the body. What hidden stressors might be causing issues in the body? Are there mycotoxins or heavy metals or food sensitivities or nutritional deficiencies? This is really where we're looking at that testing. So we've looked at environment, we've looked at biological. You have to look at mental and emotional as well. And then physiological stressors. What does that look like? Does your child sit on their behind all day and just exercise their thumbs? Are they not getting enough movement? Or is it the opposite end of the spectrum? They are training for the Olympics and they are overworking their body. And so we need to look at all of the amounts of stressors, not just mental, emotional stress. So we want to keep that in mind when it comes to stress management, but we also want to look at how can we help them with that stress? So we can do things like practice mindfulness and meditation. One of the programs that we offer includes brain retraining because children with tic disorders get stuck in a loop of fight or flight. We can look at helping you teach your child some yoga or positive thinking. And so managing stress can be very critical as one of those strategies for battling tic disorders. Number 4 is we look at environmental modifications. We want to reduce sensory triggers at home based on environmental toxin screening results. We want to look at what are you cooking on? What are you storing your food in? What are you cleaning with? What are these stressors that may be lingering in and around your home? We also want to work with your child's school to implement some accommodations. Prime example is this. My son would come home from school every single day with red swollen eyes and a runny nose, and he would feel awful and he was ticking off the charts. And it took me as a parent a lot of investigation to figure out what was going on. And I realized that our child's school was burning Scentsy. Well, super, super toxic, made my child incredibly sick. It was a huge triggering event. And so I had to go to the school and work with the school to get them to stop using the Scentsy and the oils and the things that they were using in the classroom that were really detrimental to my child. And I am going to tell you, just being in the classroom, I know they were detrimental to many other children as well. And then at home, you want to work to create a calm, organized space for your child to relax. Let them unwind. It's not about go, go, go all the time because that can be a stressor as well. And then finally, number 5 is we actually consider alternative therapies to be very complementary. Are they a one-size-fits-all fix? They absolutely are not. But there are a lot of alternative therapies that are very complementary to what we are doing in our practice. We are looking at that foundational testing. We are making modifications to diet, lifestyle, and environment. But we cannot offer everything in our practice at once. So some of those therapies that can be beneficial are things like occupational therapy, CBIT, even things like chiropractic. They can be complementary, but they are not where we are sending parents that, hey, this is going to be your solution and everything is going to be better once you get a chiropractic adjustment. No, that is actually not how we see it. We see it as complementary. It helps to calm the nervous system. But unless you have the testing, it's more difficult to get to the root of what is going on with your child. And this is why we use that functional, comprehensive approach, because we want to know what's going on at the root. What is going on? We are not just putting on a Band-Aid approach. And if you are interested in that, definitely head over to our previous video and learn about Band-Aid approaches and how certain supplementation may just be that Band-Aid approach. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Our method emphasizes creating a tailored protocol that addresses your child's unique needs. This might include a combination of dietary changes, stress management, and targeted therapies based on comprehensive testing results. We do not just look at testing and say, hey, these are your issues. We clinically correlate your test results with what is going on in your child's diet, lifestyle, and environment. So no, because I've been there, that battling tics can feel overwhelming, but our approach is different. And we give you powerful tools at your disposal. So remember to be patient and stay committed to the process and celebrate the small victories along the way. With time and the right strategies, you too can see significant improvements in your child's health. If you are feeling lost and overwhelmed, one of the best ways to get started is to connect with our team at regenerating.health, where you can book a free initial consultation call where we will go over the entire process with you. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with other parents who might benefit from this information. Remember, you are not alone on this journey.